The Tenon K7 is a smart lock that can be unlocked by fingerprint, mechanical key, password, key fob, or mobile app. It's easy to install on standard US doors in minutes by yourself and requires no drilling, just a screwdriver. It supports Wi-Fi and is encrypted so you can unlock it from anywhere. If you're like me, you want to have your home as smart as possible, and it all begins when you come in your front door by having a smart lock. I can't tell you how many times my friends are like, hey, hold on, wait a second, I forgot my keys, and I'm like, keys? I haven't carried around keys in years. So that's where this comes in. We have a smart way to open your door. Because what is the future if you have to bring your keys with you and carry them around and try not to lose them when you can just use your fingerprint or a passcode to get in anytime you want. Packaging does look fantastic. The lock does look great. We do have an installation template in case you need to make a hole to install the door lock. Although this does fit in a standard US door, so you can just take out your door lock most likely and just put this one in its place with just a screwdriver. Of course, we also do have a user manual that gives you all the information of the different features and basic specifications, as well as the different pieces and parts of the lock. Next up, we also do have the exterior assembly, which does look very nice, feels very solid in the hands with a nice touchscreen display right here to actually type in your PIN code if you so choose. Fingerprint reader up here on the top. And then right here at the bottom, we actually have this magnetic cover that pulls right off so you can access the mechanical key and USB Type-C port in case the battery happens to die. Then of course, we also do have the interior assembly. Sliding this battery door open, we do have 4 AA batteries to power this thing, not included. We also do have a quick lock button as well. A lock button right here so you can manually twist and lock or unlock if you want to. Now if we open up the back plate, we can see the interior workings of the lock, all the circuitry and all that. Then inside of this box, looks like we have the deadbolt itself, so you can actually put this in your door. Very nice, very solid. 2 key fobs here, so you can actually just tap it and unlock the door, give these out to people, use them as a keychain. Basically, it's just like a metal key, except without inserting it. This little plastic piece can go inside the wall if you want to make it look a little nicer. We do have the strike plate as well, nice and made out of metal. All the screws that we will be needing for installation. As you can see, this should be very simple, and all you need is a standard Phillips head screwdriver. And that's everything inside of the box. So as you can see, this process is going to be extremely simple, shouldn't take more than a few minutes, and that's even including taking off the door lock that you already have installed. So without further ado, let's get this thing installed. All right, so as you can see, I have my current deadbolt completely removed, so I'm ready to install the Tenon K7 lock, and all I need is my trusty little Phillips head screwdriver. Let's see if we can get this thing completed in a couple minutes. So the first step we need to do is install the deadbolt, and as you can see, it does say top, so make sure it's facing this way up. We're gonna slide it inside the opening, just like so. And we're ready to go. And then of course, we're gonna take these 2 little screws and screw them into place with our Phillips head screwdriver. And just like that, our deadbolt is secured. Next, we're gonna take the exterior assembly. We're gonna get this long wire and feed it underneath of the deadbolt. We're gonna make sure that this rod is horizontal like so. And we're gonna feed the cable underneath of the deadbolt and put the metal rod right through the crosshair just like so. Make sure it's flat. Make sure that it's horizontally flat. Next, we're gonna take our interior assembly and remove this metal plate. We're gonna feed this wire through this little opening right here, just like so. It'll fit right through. And then we're gonna place this horizontal rod through this little circle, just like this. Next, we're gonna take these 2 large screws and screw this metal plate into the exterior assembly. Just like so, now it's completely secured. Next, we're going to take the rest of our interior assembly. This is the port that we're going to plug the cable into. It only goes one way, so don't try to force it. But it'll snap right into place with ease, just like so. Now we're going to make sure that this piece is horizontal and place the metal rod inside, just like so. And screw them into the sides, just like so. And now everything is solidly in place. And of course, we want to make sure we test it. It's working exactly as expected. And now the final step is to insert our 4 AA batteries. Just like this. And put our battery cover back on top, just like that. And as you can see, it automatically locks, so we know we do have power and everything is working as expected. So now that we got the smart lock installed in roughly 5 minutes, let's get this thing set up and programmed to our liking. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is set up our fingerprint for the administrator, and that's gonna be very simple. We're gonna unlock the touchscreen by tapping with a few fingers. We're gonna press the pound sign twice. Now it wants us to register our fingerprint with 6 taps. And now we're gonna put a 6 to 10 digit passcode. So let's see, I'll just do something simple. And now it wants us to press our IC card. So now it registered my fingerprint, my passcode, and the IC card as a backup. So now I should be able to unlock the door with my finger, just like so. And then you can simply tap to lock. And now the door is locked once again. It's working very well. Also, we locked it. Let's try the passcode. So unlock the keypad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's unlocked. Lock it. And now the IC card. All right, everything's working. Next, if you want to add somebody else as a user, we're going to unlock the pin pad, double press pound. Now we're going to put in our passcode for the administrator. Now we're going to press 1 to register a user. Now we're going to give this user an ID, so we'll just do, let's do 12. And now we can put fingerprints. And now we can put a 6 to 10 digit passcode. Now we can put another IC card or just skip it with a pound key. And now it's registered. So as you see, the door is locked. So now my finger should unlock it. Just like so. Very quick and effective. Let's lock the door. And now let's try the PIN code. Just like that. So let's say you want to delete somebody. Maybe you broke up with somebody. You don't want them to have access to your house. We're going to unlock the PIN pad, double press pound, administrator password or fingerprint. Now we're going to press 2. Now we're going to enter the ID number of the person we want to delete. So 1, 2, pound. Now you can press 1 to delete the fingerprint, 2 to delete the PIN code, 3 to delete the IC card, or 4 to delete everything. So we're going to press 4, pound. So now the person's deleted. We're going to exit out. And now my fingerprint shouldn't work, as you can see. And now we're going to try the passcode. And it doesn't work. And as you can see, the door is still locked because it's not working, but my administrator fingerprint still unlocks the door. Next, you're actually able to adjust the volume of the voice and the sound effects. Press pound pound, verify the admin code or fingerprint, press 3, press 2 for volume settings. Now we can adjust the volume level between 1, 2, 3, or 4. If we go to 4, it's as loud as it can possibly go. Now next, we're able to adjust the automatic locking settings so the lock will automatically lock so you don't have to remember to manually lock it every time you leave or enter your house. To do that, we're going to press the pound key twice, put our fingerprint, we're going to press 3, now we're going to press 6, we're going to press 1. Now you can adjust it between 5 and 254 seconds. So for example, let's do 5 seconds, pound. So for example, we'll unlock the door. It's unlocked, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It locked, and now the door is locked. Very cool and nice feature to have. So as you can see, programming and setting up the lock through the lock itself is actually very straightforward and simple, and the voice does a great job at guiding you through the whole process and letting you know exactly what to do. But of course, being that this is a smart lock, we do want to set it up with the app on our phone to get the most out of the experience. So let's take care of that real quick. The first thing we're going to do is go into the Tuya Smart app and open it up. Make sure you're registered, have your account and everything set up. We're going to go to the lock itself and unlock the keypad. Press pound pound, put our fingerprint, press 3, press 5, press 1 for binding. Now it's beeping because it's ready to pair. We're going to tap add device. And now as you can see, smart lock is popped up. We're going to type in the information for our 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network and tap next. And now it's going to be paired to our account and our app. And just like that, it was successfully added in about 30 seconds. I'm going to rename this from smart lock to front door. Finish and done. And now that we got the lock set up with the app, as you can see, we have a big button up here to hold to unlock. And as you can see, the door unlocked with the app. Very cool. Now down here, we actually have a log here, so we can actually see the log of how the door was unlocked, what time it was unlocked, and who unlocked it. We can also see alarm messages in case somebody used an incorrect fingerprint or something and tried to get into your house. Also inside the app, we have member management. Now under member management, you can see each member that has access to the lock, how many fingerprints, passcodes, and IC cards that they have activated along with their phones. And you can actually add a member. And here you can actually invite different people to have access to your smart lock. But keep in mind that they do have to have this app as well in order to be invited and use the smart lock with their device. But if we go inside of a member, we can actually add different fingerprints, passwords, door cards, and what time that we are enabling them to be used. As you can see, this is the administrator account with one finger, one password, one card, and it's a permanent solution. So that way it can always be accessed. But if we want to add another fingerprint to this user, we can tap on add, and then we can add a fingerprint. So we start to add. It's connecting to the lock, and now we put our finger on here 6 times. And just like that, it added our new fingerprint, and we can name the finger whatever we want, left thumb, left index finger, etc. And you can actually set this as a special fingerprint, which is cool. So for example, maybe somebody's forcing you to enter your house, you can use your special fingerprint, like your pinky, and that way it'll alert your other family members that you are under duress and you're being forced into your home. So that's actually a very cool safety feature, I like it. Next up, we also have temporary passwords. So if we tap on that, we can actually make a temporary password that's only valid for a certain amount of time. This is great if you happen to run something like an Airbnb and you want to give guests access to your house, but only for the duration of their stay. And then next up, we have smart linkage, which is actually very cool because there's cool features such as family go home, which will trigger linkage when family members go home, door lock alarms. So when the door lock alarms, it'll trigger the linkage. You can unlock on arrival when your phone comes close to the lock. You can have it automatically lock when your phone leaves the house. You can get notified when somebody rings the doorbell, which is actually very cool because there's a doorbell button right here. And then it'll notify you on your phone as well as pinging you on the door lock itself. And then we also have unlock by Siri, so you can be like, hey Siri, unlock the door. And then finally, we have different settings here, like the doorbell SMS call notification service, the activation switch, which after being turned on, the door lock can still select a sleep period to save power. We have remote unlock, so you can unlock it with the app, the lock navigation volume, as well as a gesture password. So as you can see, the app is very simple and straightforward and easy to use. So all in all, the Tenon K7 smart lock was very simple and straightforward to install. Took about 5 minutes with just a simple Phillips head screwdriver. Setting it up was also just as simple, so no problems there. The lock itself is made out of very good quality materials, feels very solid, everything is very responsive, and I do like the rubber on the inside and the outside to keep moisture out of the internal circuitry of the lock to keep it nice and safe. I also really do like how it does have easy access to a USB Type-C port, so you can easily plug in a power bank if the battery does happen to die, so you can use your fingerprint or passcode to get inside your house, in case of an emergency. All in all, very straightforward and easy to use lock that's very simple to install and makes getting into your house a breeze without having to fumble around with keys, because keys, not for me.